Hi there folks, and welcome to the Word Solutions for this week's Daily Rigour, issue number 294. So in our business story, to start us off in a very depressing manner, the Bank of England have risen interest rates by to 1.25%. Anyway, we've to express this figure as a fraction in its simplest form. So of course 1.25% means 1.25 out of 100. And to simplify a fraction, we need to get the smallest possible whole number that we can get on the top. So in order to make 1.25 a whole number, the easiest way to do this is to multiply by 100. So 1.25 multiplied by 100 is 125. But of course, to create an equivalent fraction, we also need to multiply the bottom by 100 as well. So that will give us 10,000. And believe it or not, we can now actually divide top and bottom by 125. So 125 divided by 125 is 1, and 10,000 divided by 125 is 80. So 1 over 80 was the answer we were looking for. Okay, so on to our UK story. So the Queen has become the world's second longest reigning modern monarch. So how many days has Queen Elizabeth II been Queen? Give your answer in words. So she is 7 days. She's reigned for 7 days more than the former King of Thailand. So all we have to do is add 7 onto that number. And if we're writing it in words, that would be 25,701. So to be the longest reigning monarch ever, she's got a wee bit to go to surpass King Louis XIV of France, who reigned for 26,407 days. So all being well, on what date should she become the longest reigning monarch? Well, we need to work out how many days she's got still to go. So we can take the number of days that she's currently reigned away from the number of days that King Louis XIV reigned for. So that's 706 days to go. So that's clearly going to be more than a year, more than a year's time, but slightly under 2 years. So what we can do is we can take a year off first of all. So that's going to take us to the 19th of June 2023, and then it's 341 days after that. So we can take off the 11 days that are left in June, the 31 in July, the 31 in August, the 30 in September, the 31 in October, the 30 in November, the 31 in December, the 31 in January. Now bearing in mind this is January 2024, and that's a leap year, so we'll take off the 29 days for February, and then the 31 days in March, and the 30 days in April. And when we do all that, we're left with 25 days into May. So on the 25th of May 2024, she'll become the joint longest reigning monarch. So in order to be the longest reigning monarch in her own right, we'll have to go the day after that. So the day we were looking for was the 26th of May, and that's 2024. And all being well, she'll get there in good health. Okay, so on to our entertainment story. So it's been an absolute oversubscribed sellout gig at Hampden Park, Glasgow, for Ed Sheeran's World Tour, pronounced mathematics. A few years ago, he was actually given a maths quiz by the BBC. He claimed to have failed maths at school, but he did actually score a respectable 4 out of 5 in this. So did you manage to beat his score? Let's find out. So what's the square root of 81? Well, the square root of 81 is 9, because 9 times 9 is 81. So which is bigger, 2 cubed or a quarter of 28? So 2 cubed is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. A quarter of 28 is 28 divided by 4, which is 7. So 2 cubed is bigger. Ed actually got both of these questions right, but I think for question 2 he had a bit of a guess. So what is pi rounded to 3 decimal places? So 3.1415. So because of that 5, it's going to round the 1 up to a 2. So it's going to be 3.142. So number 4, the first two angles in a triangle are 45 and 70. What is the third? So we do 45 add 70, and then we take that away from 180 to get an answer of 65 degrees. So your album is £12, but one shop is offering 10% off. What will fans pay? Well, 10% of £12, we divide by 10 to get £1.20. And if we take that off the £12, it gives us a final answer of £10.80. And if you type in the web address below, you can actually watch him give his answers to the quiz. Okay, so onto our technology story. So the European Union are saying that everybody's got to have the same charger for smaller electronics to try and be more environmentally friendly and cut down on plastic waste, because 51,000 tonnes of electric waste per year is generated just by old chargers. So a single phone charger weighs around 23 grams, approximately how many are wasted each year. Well, first things first, 1 tonne, you should know, is 1,000 kilograms, and there's 1,000 grams in every kilogram. So if we multiply this by 1,000 again, we get that 1 tonne is equal to 1,000,000 grams. So now that our units are compatible, let's begin. So 51,000 tonnes is going to be 51 million kilograms, which is then going to be 51 billion grams. And if we see how many times 23 goes into that by dividing by 23, we get an answer of 2,217,391,304 chargers wasted every year. I mean, that is staggering. But of course, you see them all for £1 at the checkouts and all these big shops and everything. So if moving to a common charger helps the environment, it can only be a good thing, can't it? And there you have it, folks, our work solutions for this week. So stay tuned for next week's edition, when we're going to be looking at more stories from the news of the week and the numbers behind them. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, and bye for now.